What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel. As always, the Dallas Cowboys are focused on getting better and making the moves necessary to compete for a Super Bowl. After yet another playoff disappointment, this team knows it needs reinforcements. And with the wide receiver position being a major question mark behind CeeDee Lamb, Dallas could be looking to make a big move. Now, we all saw what happened last night. The Washington Commanders landed Deebo Samuel for just a fifth-round pick. And let's be honest, that move caught a lot of people off guard, including Cowboys fans. But while Washington is adding firepower to its offense, could Dallas be cooking up its own big move? According to ESPN's Dan Graziano, the Cowboys could be in the mix for former Triple Crown winning receiver Cooper Kupp. Yes, you heard that right. Cooper Kupp in a Cowboys uniform. We're breaking it all down today. Kupp's potential fit in Dallas, the Cowboys' plan at wide receiver, and what it would take to get this deal done. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any Cowboys updates. All right, let's talk about it. Right now, the Cowboys' wide receiver room has one true superstar, CeeDee Lamb. But behind him, there are a lot of question marks. The team brought in Jonathan Mingo at the trade deadline, hoping he could develop into a reliable second option. But let's be real, Mingo hardly made an impact last season, and Dallas gave up a fourth-round pick for him, while Washington got Deebo Samuel for just a fifth. That has led to a lot of frustration among Cowboys fans. Now, according to Graziano, the Cowboys could enter the Cooper Kupp sweepstakes, but only if his price drops to a reasonable level. Let's take a moment to remember just how good Cooper Kupp was at his peak. In 2021, Kupp had one of the greatest seasons in NFL history, winning the Triple Crown by leading the league in receptions, 145, receiving yards, 1,047, touchdowns, 16. Oh, and let's not forget, he won Super Bowl MVP that year after dominating the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, injuries have slowed him down over the past two seasons, but when healthy, Kupp is still a high-level route runner with elite hands and a deep understanding of defenses. In 2024, he played 12 games dealing with an ankle injury and finished with 67 receptions, 710 yards, 6 touchdowns. Not quite the numbers we saw during his historic 2021 season, but he was still productive despite battling injuries. For the Cowboys, Kupp would bring veteran leadership, reliability, and elite route-running ability, something this offense desperately needs, alongside CeeDee Lamb. Here's where things get tricky. Money. Right now, the Cowboys don't have much cap space. In fact, they currently have just $1.39 million available for 2025. However, Dallas is expected to restructure Dak Prescott's contract, which would free up over $35 million in cap space. So yes, if Kupp's price drops far enough, Dallas could absolutely make this move work financially. But there's another factor to consider: defensive tackle Osa Odigizua. While the front office is considering adding another receiver, Dallas also needs to address its defensive line. Osa Odigizua has been one of the Cowboys' most consistent interior defenders, and Dallas is working on a long-term deal to keep him around. Last season, Odigizua put up 47 tackles, 4.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. If a deal isn't reached soon, the Cowboys are expected to place the franchise tag on him, which would cost around $25.1 million for the 2025 season. Dallas needs to finalize Odigizua's contract situation first before making a move for Cooper Kupp, but if they can get his deal done, they may have more flexibility to pursue a trade. We all know that Micah Parsons is the heart and soul of the Cowboys' defense. Since entering the league in 2021, he has established himself as one of the most dominant defenders in football. He's been an All-Pro in every season, is a 3-time Pro Bowler, and has already racked up 5 sacks in just 3 years. Now, with 2 years left on his rookie contract, Parsons has made it very clear he doesn't want to wait around for an extension. He wants to stay in Dallas. He wants his future sorted out early to help with free agency. He isn't necessarily looking to break the bank. That last part is important because while many assumed Parsons would try to become the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history, he has publicly stated that's not his goal. That said, let's not kid ourselves. He's going to get paid, and he's going to get paid a lot. How much will Micah Parsons' contract cost? Right now, the highest-paid non-quarterback in the NFL is San Francisco 49ers defensive end Nick Bosa, who signed a 5-year, $170 million contract last offseason. That deal included $122.5 million guaranteed and a record-setting $34 million per year. Parsons? He's younger, more versatile, and arguably even more dominant than Bosa. So what are we looking at for a Parsons extension? A minimum of $35 million per year seems like a starting point. Some reports suggest he could push for $40 million per year, which would make him the highest-paid defensive player in NFL history. A contract of 5 or 6 years, locking him in through at least 2030. The Cowboys know this deal is coming, and it's better to get it done early rather than let the price go up even higher in 2026. Here's where Cowboys fans get nervous. The Dallas front office has a bad track record when it comes to handling contracts for their star players. Just last offseason, we saw the Cowboys drag their feet on new deals for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Dak's contract remains unresolved, and now his price has skyrocketed. Lamb didn't get his extension, and now he's going to be even more expensive after another dominant season. So will the Cowboys finally handle things differently with Parsons? According to Stephen Jones, the team is aware that each contract negotiation is unique. There's always extenuating circumstances to these things. Every contract negotiation is different, Jones said. With Lamb, there were other receivers trying to get their deals done, and some of them still haven't gotten those deals done. The CeeDee deal was just different. We'll just see how Micah's deal goes. Translation? The Cowboys know this deal. Needs to get done, but they aren't committing to a quick resolution just yet. Why Dallas can't afford to wait on Parsons' contract? Here's the thing. Dallas cannot afford to drag this out like they have with other players in the past. For one, Parsons himself has made it clear that he doesn't want to wait. And if the Cowboys delay, it could create unnecessary tension with their biggest star. But more importantly, getting Parsons' deal done early could help the Cowboys plan their roster for free agency. Right now, Dallas is low on cap space. They need to figure out extensions for CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott as well. If Parsons' contract structure is handled properly, it could create cap flexibility to sign other key players. Bottom line, delaying this deal only makes things harder for the Cowboys. Could Micah Parsons hold out if this drags on? While Parsons has said all the right things, let's be honest. We've seen this situation before. Just last offseason, Chris. Jones Chiefs, Nick Bosa, 49ers, and Brian Burns Panthers all held out of training camp to force contract extensions. If Parsons doesn't get an extension this offseason, would he sit out of OTAs, minicamp, or even training camp? Right now, there's no indication that he would, but if talks drag into the summer with no resolution, it wouldn't be surprising to see him apply pressure on the Cowboys. Now, here's the big question. Should the Cowboys go after Cooper Kupp? There are two sides to this debate. Instant WR2 upgrade. Kupp would immediately give the Cowboys one of the best receiver duos in the league. Proven playoff performer. He has Super Bowl experience and knows what it takes to win big games. Elite route runner. He would thrive in Mike McCarthy's West Coast offense. Injury concerns. Kupp has missed games over the past 2 seasons, and at 32 years old, durability is a question. Salary cap limitations. The Cowboys need to be careful with their spending, especially with major contracts looming for CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. Could draft a WR instead. Dallas could also find a long-term WR2 in the 2025 NFL Draft, with options like Emeka Egbuka and Adonai Mitchell available. So what should Dallas do? Should they take a swing on a proven veteran like Kupp, or should they look for a younger, cheaper option in the draft? All right, Cowboys fans, now it's your turn. Do you want to see Cooper Kupp in a Cowboys uniform? Would you rather draft a young WR instead? Should Dallas focus on defense before adding another receiver? Drop your thoughts in the comments section and let's talk about it. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss any Cowboys updates. Thanks for watching. Go Cowboys!